Hi guys, it's my birthday today. I'm 38 years old. It's March the 9th on 2019 and I'm here at the top of a peak. You can see some Pyrenees mountains behind me, and before I ponder on this past year and look ahead to my future, I'm going to show you a little 360-degree tour of where I am. So here goes. If I put it a bit higher up like that, you might be able to see a little bit more. So that's looking north now, and you can see there's the sun there where the clouds stop, and then coming round. It's snowy, but it's not very cold. Got some birch trees that haven't yet got their leaves on, and then you're coming round to some pine trees soon. I've got Spain behind me now. Not immediately, but just the other side of all of that, and then round again. So yeah, pretty stunning spot for you guys today. Okay, so where do I start? So let's go to the past first, and if any of you have been keeping track of any of the films that I've made this past year, you'll know that I've come off lithium carbonate pretty much on my own, with just the help of my family and my friends. I've found out that I had something called Lyme's disease. I've been bitten by 7 ticks over the last 7 years, and I don't know whether that was kind of hiding in me for 7 years and kind of came out this year with moving country and you know, having to make loads of money quickly in this new place in the middle of nowhere, and putting on markets and selling the clothes that I make. Or if it was, you know, the recent bites, or if it was just a kind of a culmination of taking, you know, psychiatric medication for 7 years, and that just kind of gradually, slowly bringing me down and kind of harming my glands, harming my organs, and just kind of, I suppose, yeah, maybe over time, over all of my life, that I haven't detoxed, just accumulation of kind of mucus and inflammation, and I'm still on a detox path now, but I really feel like I've come past the worst of it, and in this present moment, if we're going to do past, present and future, I'm feeling really optimistic. There are still every day pretty much I have a headache. It's crazy because I've just done a 5-day water fast, and 2 of those days, day 4 and day 5, I didn't have a headache, and it was a really strange feeling for me to not have that. And I was like, oh my god, okay, so this is what I'm aiming for. But when I came out the other side of it, I was really disappointed, because I was like, well, I can't fast the whole time because then I'll just wither away to nothing. But yet when I don't fast, I have a headache every day. So I'm aiming for that day when I don't have a headache. So yeah, I'm still massaging my head. I'm still eating oranges. I contemplated the idea of going on a ketosis style diet, and I pondered that a bit and thought, well, actually, I know from the research I've done that if you are eating mostly fat, then you're not detoxing. And when I was on the 5-day fast, I noticed there was no mucus for a couple of days coming out in the morning. I wasn't blowing my nose. That was the days when I didn't have the headache. And I was like, okay, well, yeah, everything stops when you're on a fast. Your digestion and everything, you know, grinds to a halt basically. And I think that's why there was no mucus coming out. But, you know, I'm noticing in the bright sunlight that around the outside of my eyes, it's kind of almost a bit green now rather than brown. So I'm clearing out loads of junk that doesn't need to be in there. So I need to keep that up, because I'm on the right path. I'm on the right trajectory. I like that word, but I can't say it. Yeah, so that's my present, and my future is really positive, and I think sitting up here on this peak, looking out at the north with the sunlight, it just makes me feel like there's so much positive elements that are going to kind of develop in my life. And one of them is to sit more frequently and meditate and just take in, like, just noticing the pure self that's inside of me, and allow that to kind of become more apparent and more vivid and more vibrant, and more kind of just part of my everyday existence. And in the past, meditation and sitting, I've done it, but like there's always been something that's like kind of maybe a bit fearful, or a bit not completely patient, or like, what am I trying to achieve? I always felt like there was kind of barriers there. Like, what's the point? Like, I don't feel anything. That was partly probably the lithium that was kind of stopping me from experiencing and creating these barriers. But also, obviously, there was my mind as well as the physical aspects of that. So that's one thing. This could be a long film. Bear with me. This morning I did a very gentle physical yoga practice, and I hadn't done yoga for about 3 or 4 days after the fast. I just felt really tired. I had some really intense period pains in the mornings, and I just had to kind of take it easy and come back to my physical body slowly. But as it's my birthday today, and I feel like it's like the first day of a new kind of cycle or rotation of life, like this new year for me kind of thing, my 38th year, that it's time to start again after Mahashivratri sadhana as well. And to go back to a physical practice that's kind of more free after doing that repetitive sadhana, and going inwards again and exploring. And yeah, I've been learning some tantra yoga, some specific moves relating to that, and that's, following a sequence. So I'm going to bring that in as well, because it's really powerful and really beneficial for my physical body and my mental body and my psychological body and all my bodies. But not moving on from yoga, because it's going to become more of my life this year. And another thing that popped into my mind is that even though I live in the southwest of France, there's quite a number of British expats that live here, and the most kind of populated area near me is Saint-Giron. And I've decided that I'm going to try doing a purely English yoga class. So I speak in English, and if I need to, sometimes I might put in the odd French word if there's someone kind of learning or whatever, and I can add it in to my class easily. But yeah, to create that as an opportunity for people around here that want a good yoga class, because I've been teaching for 7 years now, but in English. And then I'm starting this other yoga business with Emmanuel Martin, who's an alternative osteopath, kind of manual, what do you call it? He's a manual practitioner. You don't say that in English, but I'm literally translating it from the French. It doesn't work. But anyway, we're going to be working together in Toulouse. We're going to do stage, which are kind of longer, up to a week, walking in the mountains, meditating, yoga practice in the morning, eating cleanly, breathing the fresh air. And then we're going to have a yoga retreat also in a beautiful hotel in the Pays Basque with a beautiful spa, swimming pools and saunas and all that. It's going to be bliss. And then where else? Yeah, we've got all sorts planned, and I'm sure I'll make that available to you if you're interested to come and do things with me here in this beautiful part of the world. And lately I've just been pinching myself more and more, just like, do I really live here? Do I really live here? Have I moved country to this place? Because I feel like sometimes the luckiest woman around. I'm here with my little family. We're living the dream that I had for many years living in England, and kind of made it a reality, and that, you know, taking risks and taking big jumps and leaps into the unknown can be so scary, and your whole body just kind of clamps up at times, like thinking, oh my god, am I really doing the right thing? What the hell am I doing? You know? But then you get here and you start living this new life, and you're like, yeah, I know why I'm here. You know, I've made the right choice, and it's really wonderful being here. Just, I'm at the same level of the clouds over here. I mean, that's insane. Look, I don't know if you can see. It's really hard to see. But these clouds, they're at the same height as me. That's how high up I am. Insane. So my future, what else does my future hold? Apart from yoga, yeah, I still work in an alternative democratic school with 53 beautiful children. I teach yoga to them 3 times a week. We do sewing classes together. I teach pattern cutting and how to create beautiful clothes and different accessories and things together with boys and girls of all ages. The classes are mixed, right from 4 to 5-year-olds up to 15-year-olds, and that will probably get more as our age group expands and gets older. And I'd like to teach kind of whittling and how to make spatulas and spoons on those horses. I can't remember their names. You sit on them, they're made of wood, and they kind of clamp your piece of wood, and then use a draw knife to create your shapes. But yeah, it's this kind of free space for education for people, and in the Ariège here, it's just a really vibrant community of the members of our team and the kids that are part of it. And I feel like there's an animal behind me just kind of roaming. Oh no, it's a human being. They've come this direction too. I hope it's not too windy for you. Yeah, so there's that going on, and something else that's developed lately that's more kind of mental, emotional, and I had another release this morning, is just kind of the love and the support and the kind of connection that I have with my family is growing again, with my family in England. And because as I was really ill, I kind of cut that connection, and I was just going through so much pain, and I felt there was kind of pressure from that side of things, and I couldn't cope with it at the time. And going back to England lately, I'm kind of rebuilding bridges, and that's feeling really kind of nourishing and wonderful, and kind of inspiring for me, and wondering, you know, where's this going to go? How deep can it progress and develop? And, you know, what amazing kind of experiences can we have together as we go into the future as a family? And with my friends are getting closer and more bonded and interlinked as well. And yeah, it's amazing how illness can really just change so much with one's life, and you know how it can really just, it's almost like putting a spanner in the works and make everything kind of grind to a halt almost. And it's yeah, I think at times it can be super damaging, but at the same time we've all learnt from it, and we're all growing and finding new steps forward. And for some people it's still difficult, but you know, I feel like, yeah, it's the only way is up now. I've already started climbing the ladder, and you know, I'm probably a quarter way up, and you know, this year I feel like I'm going to climb to the half, climb to the 3/4, and who knows, at certain times throughout the year I'll be at the top of that ladder, and I'll be at top of the world, and I'll be like the queen of my castle. I mean, I feel like I am right now, on top of the world here, with the snow around me and the clouds and the view. And it's just, you know, bringing those little moments of feeling queen of the world into the everyday, into the present. And this is the yoga teacher and me talking, and driving to work and noticing the clouds, or noticing the sunrise, or smelling the breeze, and noticing the change in temperature as the seasons change, and all these tiny little things that just kind of add to the depth of our lives, and kind of nourish us bit by bit, and make us notice like beauty and joy. And now I've got a couple that have come to join me, so I'm going to stop and then start again in a minute to sign off. See you in a minute. Bye! So I'm ready to climb back down the mountain again, and I'm just sitting on this huge tree here, and really excited about tonight. Nearby, in this place called Montbrun-Bocage, there is a wood-fired hammam, which I'm going to with some girlfriends, and then we're going to do yoga, which I'm going to teach afterwards when we're all hot and sweaty and feeling all limbered up and gorgeous for my birthday celebration. And then after the yoga, we're going to have a shared meal, vegan, vegetarian style, that we're all kind of going to bring along and sit in this Moroccan room above the hammam. I'm really looking forward to it, and it's what great way to celebrate my 38th year, and the future and the present and the past all coming together. And yeah, cheers everyone, and I'll see you again on the next film. Bye.